Hello, Frederick here. A few months ago, I attended the International Pharma 2022 conference in Nice, and I thought I would give a summary of what I brought back home in terms of learnings. So there are 4 key takeaways in 4 separate videos: customer segmentation and why it doesn't work, and how we create tailored personalized communication also from the marketing department. Both have been covered in 2 previous videos. And then omnichannel and omnichannel orchestration, and data and the opportunity to create actionable insights from data. So 4 key takeaways, and here comes the third: omnichannel and omnichannel orchestration. So what is omnichannel? First of all, I would say that it is our industry's #1 buzzword, and a word that, in all honesty, confuses more than it guides. The semantic understanding across an organization simply or typically isn't there. I mean, omnichannel quite often means different things to different people, and what a lot of people don't really understand, in my experience at least, is the type of tech stack, that is the type of technical solutions that are required to be truly omnichannel in a customer engagement strategy. But if we skip that technical part of omnichannel for now and focus on my interpretation of how that topic was brought up and spoken about in Nice, it goes a little something like this. Omnichannel is the goal that most companies strive for, and in principle, it means that a customer, regardless of channel, is met by a set of progressive messages that follow that individual on their buyer's journey together with our company. And for this to work, to solve this requires content that of course is linked to each other over time. It requires content that has a focal point in its topics, in its tonality, in its purpose and aim. And that focal point is of course a description of that individual who is on their buyer's journey with us. And what made me a little frustrated, to be honest, after having spent 3 days at Pharma 2022, where much of the focus was on a global level, is that there is such a disconnect between talking omnichannel and putting together a relevant buyer's journey in reality so that it works, so that it's coherent, so that it's impactful and is accepted in the different countries. Because to put together a buyer's journey, a very defined and preferably proven process is required. And for those of you who I've had time to present it to, I strongly believe that our ABC content strategy model is the powerful tool to bring about a foundation for a buyer's journey that is coherent, that is impactful, and that simply works. Why do I have that strong belief? Well, if the model is the basis for 80% of the traffic globally to a former customer's website and is giving other companies the common basis to discuss constructively how they should face the market over time, then it has value, a great value. And it is 1 day and 2 half days. That is the extent of time you invest in this model. And have you not heard about the ABC plus content strategy model? You really should. It changes organizations' commercial communication to its core. Now back to omnichannel and omnichannel orchestration. Often the orchestration itself is something that falls on the sales department to manage in any of the organization's strategy discussions. The sales reps must be the conductor who leads the orchestra to create a commercial communication aimed for the customer. For them to even manage that, they must have time to, together with the marketing and medical colleagues, agree on things like which science to utilize, which unique selling points to put forward, and so on. And for those discussions yield something, there must be a clear recipient present, in a metaphysical way, present, a focal point to what is discussed and decided. And with that, we are once again back to personas. So let me give you an example. A sales rep is out on a customer visit and meets a customer who turns out to be one of 3-4 defined personas that this sales rep's cross-functional team has developed. And please note that I'm not talking about our conventional customer segments now, but personas. And with that foundation to lean on, that persona to lean on, that sales rep knows immediately what to say, and also know what is being said, how that can be followed up in the next step. Let's say that the next step in the plan is a pre-approved email specifically designed to be a continued value in the discussion that just took place, and the sales rep send that pre-approved email when getting to the car before taking off to the next meeting. That would be kind of awesome, right? Because that kind of encounter with that persona in this sales rep example and the following steps from that encounter is something that has already been developed, thought through cross-functionally. The sales rep can then, since it's a predefined plan, notify the medical colleague to follow up in a step 3 with something that is the next coherent step in that topic discussion with that customer. customer. And then you have step 4, step 5, step 6, and so on with the customer. The sales rep can, with this, become the conductor who controls what is communicated, and what is communicated follows a predefined plan developed cross-functionally, which of course, and this is important, is not a plan that only goes from A to Z, but which has several layers and paths to it so that it becomes possible to follow most of the potential individual needs of the customer. Okay? And based on this, it will then be possible to plan and send the right material, the right email, the right follow-up, let's say to the nurse to support the doctor and so on and so forth, because you can incorporate the other roles in sort of this plan, right? Once again, it falls back on personas and carving out time so that sales, marketing, and medical can sit down and flesh out the various communication plans, or buyer journeys, as it's so popularly called, to create as good and impactful omnichannel marketing as possible. And well, with that, I reached the end of video 3. See you in the next video, which is about data, and what is needed to create actionable insights from data. See you there. Bye for now.